Okay, so I am currently doing an Ask Me Anything session about psychopathy. I will go ahead and read you the description of this session, and then I will read the questions I have received so far, along with my answers to those questions. There are those who are in this world, but not of it. I am referring to psychopaths. A psychopath is someone who has no real values and therefore does not have a distinctively human psychological architecture. Most psychopaths are not criminals, even though psychopaths are disproportionately likely to go into crime. To be a psychopath is not to be a criminal, it is to be a fraud. And there are many more psychopaths than most people and even most clinicians realize. In fact, I believe that new forms of psychopathy are coming into existence owing to the fact that human beings are living in increasingly artificial social and physical environments and are under increasing pressure to adopt views that are politically mandated as opposed to inherently reasonable. I have a vast amount of personal and professional experience dealing with psychopaths, and I have experienced and also studied many different forms of this insidious and rapidly spreading condition. All right, I've only received a few questions so far because I just started this AMA session yesterday, but I'll go ahead and read what I have. Okay, the first question is from David. Why is psychopathy spreading so rapidly in today's world? Here's my answer. It is spreading because bureaucracy is spreading, and bureaucracy is inherently psychopathic. It is psychopathic because it is phony, and psychopathy is about phoniness. People think that psychopathy is about evil, and it is, but it is primarily about phoniness and only secondarily about evil. I should point out that bureaucracy is to be distinguished from infrastructure. Bureaucracy is pseudo infrastructure. All right. The next question is from Maya. Does social media play a role in psychopathy? Here is my answer. I think that social media can actually have a counter psychopathic function. I know that right now, a lot of my friendships are based on social media. I should point out that many of these so called friends of mine are people I have not actually met in person. I've certainly met them in person through Skype and Gmail chat and so on, but I have not actually met them in the traditional sense. And some of them I've not actually even met in real time. I mean, I know them through emails and through exchanges on YouTube. Okay, I'll start again since I interrupted my recitation there. Okay, I think that social media can actually have a counter psychopathic function. I know that right now a lot of my friendships are based on social media, mainly on my YouTube channel and on my podcast, which is very popular, by the way. I am able to have exchanges through social media that are much more honest and therefore much less psychopathic than the exchanges that I can have elsewhere. And I am not alone in this, obviously. Social media can be used psychopathically, of course. It can be used to construct false identities and to manipulate people, and it is used in these ways. But on the whole, I would say that social media actually provides an outlet for the non psychopathic side of humanity. All right. The next question, and it's also the last question, is from Geek Epistemology or Geekemology. Okay, that's his moniker. Have you watched any movies or films about psychopaths? Which one is your favorite? All right, and here's my answer. Yes, I have seen many. The most accurate depiction of a psychopath that I could think of offhand is a movie called Pacific Heights with Michael Keaton. An utterly, completely accurate depiction of a psychopath is an episode of the show 6 Feet Under titled That's My Dog, where David picks up a hitchhiker who abducts him. Yeah, that one is incredibly striking. That is a completely spot on representation of a psychopath. If you want to know what a pure example of a psychopath is, watch that episode. Another less realistic, but still not totally unrealistic depiction of a psychopath is the main character in the movie The Stepfather. So there are actually several versions of this movie. The one I'm thinking of, well, the original one is with Terry O'Quinn, and it's very good. He plays this falsely all-American guy who wants a perfect family, and when he can't have a perfect family, he butchers them. And there's actually a remake of the movie. The movie was remade in 2009, and the remake is actually, in a way, psychologically more accurate, in that the main character is chillingly, well, chillingly realistic. All right, so that's all I have so far for this AMA session, but go ahead and visit me there, and the link is below. And I look forward to answering any questions or responding to any comments that you might have about psychopathy or about my analyses thereof. Thank you very much.